Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the game changer, Wes Troop. And this week I'm going to be taking a look at 3 movies, 2 brand new to theaters, and one I finally caught on DVD from Netflix. Mission Impossible, Rouge Nation, starring Tom Cruise, of course. The big movie opening this week. The comedy reboot / sequel, Vacation, as well as from Netflix, the DVD I saw, Woman in Gold, that I didn't catch in theaters because I didn't want to. Let's just put that out there. So first, we're going to kick it off. It's the big movie. It's a big opening this weekend. Should you go see it? Is it as good as the other 4? We're going to find out. Here's my review of Dun 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 Dun. Mission Impossible, Rouge Nation. Roll it! Ethan Hunt has accepted yet another mission, and it could be the last for the IMF gang. While the group has been disbanded by the CIA, Hunt becomes a fugitive of the United States, and he tries to take down a group of terrorists known as the Syndicate. Ethan travels on a worldwide search to find the man behind the scenes, who may be his most dangerous foe yet. So what did I think of Mission Impossible Rouge Nation? I thought it's a sensational action film. It's truly hard to believe the 5th part of a series can be as good as this is, and the franchise is still kicking ass. The action scenes are extremely exciting, from the opening with the stunt you've probably seen in the trailer with Tom Cruise hanging off of the plane. There's an awesome fight scene at the Vienna Opera, a slick underwater sequence, not to mention a cool car and motorcycle chase through the streets of Morocco. Between the action, things are still lively, and the deceptions and plots the characters scheme are interesting. Tom Cruise is back to reprise his role as Ethan Hunt, the impossible missions force agent looking for a group most people don't believe exists. Just when I think I've seen everything he could possibly do, Cruise impresses me even more. The rest of the cast stars Jeremy Renner as William Brandt, another agent who's now working for the CIA, Simon Pegg as Benji Dunn, the tech master who Hunt recruits to help him yet again, Rebecca Ferguson as Ilsa Faust, a British agent who's deep undercover with the Syndicate, Ving Rhames as Luther Stickel, Ethan's old buddy and teammate, Sean Harris as Solomon Lane, the head of the Syndicate Ethan wants to put away, and Alec Baldwin as Alan Hudney, the director of the CIA who ends the IMF program and wants to bring Ethan in. Thrilling and fun, Mission Impossible Rouge Nation is a blast and definitely worth seeing on the big screen. I'm going to give it the rating of A-List approved. That's right, it gets the A-List seal of approval. Definitely one of the best action movies of the year so far. Will probably be on my top 10 list for the best movies of the year. This is a good one. I think I still liked number 4 a little more, but number 5 is a close second for the Mission Impossible movies. There's not much more you can say. Tom Cruise kicks butt in the last how many movies he's been in. He really does a great job here, and the script is good. It's a little over 2 hours, but it doesn't drag, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, definitely. There's nothing really bad I can say about this movie. It's a great action film, so definitely go see this weekend if you're looking for something new to see in theaters. Alright, and this is a movie that a lot of people have been asking me what I thought of it before I even put this review up, because they were interested, because the previews, yeah. But we'll see. I'll tell you right now, in fact. This is the reboot / sequel, Vacation. A new generation of Griswolds hit the road for a vacation none of them will forget. After overhearing his wife saying she's bored going to the same cabin every summer, Rusty Griswold buys tickets and sets up a trip to go back to one of his favorite places as a kid, Wally World. While driving from Chicago to California, quite a few antics ensue. So what did I think of Vacation? I thought it's a so-so road trip comedy. It's in an odd category to classify as it's a sequel, but a reboot of the series as well. There are a couple of good laughs here, but for every funny moment, there's one moment that will make you roll your eyes. At least. There are even whole scenes I would have been happy to see on the cutting room floor or replaced with something funnier. I also felt I had seen a lot of the funnier bits in the previews, so there weren't many surprises. You're like, okay, this is going to be that scene, this is going to be that. You know what it's setting up for. Everything is very hit and miss here. During the Griswolds' trip, they have to deal with a foreign rental car, go whitewater rafting in the Grand Canyon, visit relatives, and visit mom's old college, and mistake raw sewage for a hot spring. Dope. There's also lots of fighting between the family members, and a little bit of bonding along the way. Ed Helms stars as Rusty Griswold, the airplane pilot looking to take his family on a new adventure. Christina Applegate as Debbie, Rusty's wife, who we find out was quite the party girl in college. Skylar Gisondo as James, the couple's older son who's a bit awkward. Steele Stebbins as Kevin, their younger boy who swears like a sailor and bullies his brother. Leslie Mann as Audrey, Rusty's sister they visit on the trip. Chris Hemsworth as Stone, Audrey's weatherman husband who flirts quite a bit with Debbie. Catherine Massal as Adina, a girl James meets along the way, and Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo reprising their roles as Clark and Ellen Griswold, Rusty's parents who now own a San Francisco bed and breakfast. While it has its moments, Vacation was a better trip the first time around. I'm going to give it the rating of meh. You know, it's okay. When I saw it in the theater, some people were laughing at the stuff and some people weren't. I think this is going to be, once again, with comedy. You're either going to like it or you're not. There's really not a whole lot of middle ground here, even though I just gave it a meh. It's not a total waste, because there are a few funny moments. But, I mean, some people were laughing at stuff that's like, really? Really? Like Paul Blart 2 did. You looked at people and you're like, you think that's funny? Really? So it depends on your sense of humor, really, for these movies. Some stuff, like I said, was alright, but some was just bad. And it was like, oh, they could have replaced that with something else, or they could have just thought of something better than that. You know, you know, if you're a big Vacation fan, I guess you can see it. I would really wait till DVD or Blu-ray. That way you don't waste all your money in case you don't like it. I would just recommend just rewatching the new Vacation and then just getting that when it comes on, you know, to the Redbox or Netflix or something. Yeah, so that's that. All right, and finally, this movie, as I said, I did not see in theaters, so I waited for it to come on DVD. I had the choice to see it for free, but I didn't. Yeah, so I wasn't really thrilled to see it, but maybe, who knows, maybe I liked it, maybe it was better than I thought it would be. Let's see. Here's my review of Woman in Gold. Elderly Jewish woman starts a mission to retrieve her family's possessions after they were chased out of Austria by Nazis during World War II. One of the items she wishes to get back is a painting of her late aunt, which now hangs in a museum and is considered the Mona Lisa of Austria. The woman recruits a young lawyer to help her, and the two go on a trip to take back what is hers. So what did I think of Woman in Gold? I thought it's a mostly dull drama. There are some positives here, as the film is shot well and looks pretty. The film is based on a true story, so it can only go so far with the source material, but this may have been a better project, better suited for the History Channel. The movie follows the main storyline of the woman trying to retrieve the painting and other items, but also relies heavily on flashbacks. The flashbacks go back and forth through different years of the character's life back in Austria, with chatting with family members and being chased by Nazis. The problem is we've seen so much World War II area material, this doesn't really size up to the greats. I think even the beginning of X-Men is more exciting. The film tends to drag in spots too, and when you think it's ready to move on, you get saddled with another flashback. Helen Mirren stars as Maria Altman, the woman searching for her family's painting known as the Woman in Gold. There's a shocker. Ryan Reynolds as Randy Schoenberg, the lawyer who tried to set up his own law firm and failed, and takes Maria's case from his new firm he works for now. Daniel Brawl as Hubertus Zurin, a journalist trying to help Maria and Randy, and Katie Holmes as Pam, Randy's wife. Woman in Gold is a niche film that history and art buffs will probably get more out of than most. I'm going to give it the rating of meh. Like I said, I had the opportunity to see this movie in theaters, and I actually passed on it, because I'm like, I can catch this on DVD when it comes out for the show. If it wasn't for the show or the book, I probably wouldn't have even watched this movie. Some movies would be the same for that. This is not my type of thing. I like a good history movie. I like a good World War II movie, but I could just tell by the previews this was not going to be my bag. If you know what I'm saying. It just seemed like, I don't know. It seemed like Monuments Men type movie like that. I wasn't thrilled with that one either, but at least that one had a great cast. Not that this one doesn't. The cast does do good here. That's one of the reasons it got a man, not a suck it. But yeah, it just didn't appeal to me that much. And if you really like this movie, then that's good for you. Like I said, this movie is going to have its audiences that do like it and get something out of this movie. I couldn't get into it. It's just one of those things. So that's my opinion. But if you like it, good for you. All right, well, that's all the time we've got for this week. Next week, I will be back with... oh, boy. Yeah, this one should be interesting. Will this be as good as as its predecessors? God, I hope so. The Fantastic Four, the newest reboot of the series. Woo! I'm not really looking forward to that one. But... we'll see. Maybe it'll surprise me. As well, I think it's coming here. Shaun the Sheep, the movie. If it comes here, I'll see it. I don't know. And the Thriller starring Jason Bateman and Joel Edgerton. That one I'm actually looking forward to see the most out of those three, I think. So make sure you come back next week. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside of 515. You can like the Facebook page, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. Follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAlist, and of course you can buy my book, the A-List Review 2014 Movie Review Yearbook. Only $10, over 150 reviews. Contact me through Facebook or Twitter if you're interested. Until next time, Troop out.